Tickets. Those beautiful little shiny tokens gilded with a basic smile. We all love them. They're the main backbone for a variety of item purchases throughout the span of the game. We all want them. But getting a hold of these tricky little guys is kinda hard. So hopefully all the world really needs is a guide to make getting tickets less hard. Now, assuming that you have used all of the valid codes that give tickets, found all the ticket locations across the map, or by no means here to find out how to buy them with Robux, and you're not here for any of that, let's get on with it. Bug runs. This is the practice of going around to all fields that are defended by mobs to kill them for their loot. Tickets are a very rare drop from mobs, however, the chance increases the tougher the mob, or by activating Baby Love, which you can get from the Baby Bee or the gifted Tadpole Bee. It's always best to have Baby Love on bug runs, as it increases the chance for a ticket drop. Pro tip to remember, the spider and the werewolf always give tickets, so remember to kill those as much as possible. The faces and the fireflies. Have you ever spotted a basic face appear on either the pumpkin, the pineapple, the giant bubble wand, or the giant sunflower? Or how about when it gets dark? You've seen the fireflies swarm into the night, hopping into the pineapple patch, the bamboo, spider, strawberry, cactus, or rose fields. What these two have in common is their sparkles. There's a chance you can get tickets from them. Gathering sparkles will not always drop one, as it is very rare. But it is a good practice to look out for them. You'll never know if luck is in your favor. Honeystorms. These happen at a random occurrence, but can also be summoned by discovering 4 types of legendary bees in the game. These spawn honey tokens in every field across the map, plus there is a rare chance that tickets can also spawn in from a honeystorm. But be quick, because the ticket tokens fade away extremely quick, leaving you either to run with a lot of speed or to glide quickly to pick them up. Magic beans. They are an item in the game that plants a random sprout in the field you use it in. It can be a rare, epic, or even a legendary, maybe even the mystical supreme sprout if you're that lucky. But beware, only certain sprouts have a guaranteed chance of dropping tickets. Tiers that are guaranteed to give tickets start at the rare sprout and go up, and planting anything other than a normal sprout is quite rare. I said it's quite rare, but if you're brave enough to take the chance, here is what you need to know. Normal sprouts have a very low probability to give 2 tickets. Rare sprouts always spawn 3. Epic sprouts always spawn 7. The legendary sprouts always drop up to 13. And if you're curious, supremes drop around a ballpark of 19 or 20 tickets. But remember, do use at your own risk. Magic beans are very hard to come by, so unless it is necessary, this should not be the main way to obtain massive amounts of tickets. Overall, you are better using the alternative, the Special Sprout Summoner, when you discover 8 legendary bee types. They never spawn regular sprouts, but do caution. If you use this at night, you will risk summoning a moon sprout which do not yield tickets. Questing! There are various NPCs around the map that can give quests, mainly the bears. Upon completing a quest, there's a good chance that tickets are given as a reward. Always try to come back to them, even if they seem kind of hard, and always stay on top of their cooldowns so that you can be back to questing and getting rewards as soon as possible. Bosses. There are 3 main bosses located in the map that yield tickets. The first boss, the King Beetle. It always drops 5 tickets and rarely gives up to 25. It is a good way to get a daily boost in tickets, as it always respawns every 24 hours and is killable as an early game player. The second boss, the Tunnel Bear. You can get to it through the top of the instant converter in the 10B zone. It always drops 10 tickets and has a rare possibility of dropping up to 100. Respawning every 2 days, it's a wait that's worth a little more tickets. However, you are going to need much stronger bees and better fighting gear to be more successful at killing it. The last boss that gives tickets is the Stump Snail. Always drops at least 50 tickets and goes all the way up to 250 at the rarest. However, given how long it takes to defeat the Stump Snail, and that it respawns every 4 real-life days, it's best to save this for when you need an extra pickup of tickets. Do note, only fight the Stump Snail if you're in the mid-game, and at least have better fighting gear such as the Fire Mask. The tickets become a lot more worth it when you're able to attack it. If you're really up to it, grab yourself an AUTOCLICKER. I've linked a good one that I personally use in the description of the video. Memory matches. These are short little mini-games fashioned like the classic concentration card games. There are 4 of them placed around the map, and they all have a chance of presenting a ticket as a reward. Try your best to see which tile presents a ticket, and see if you can find its pair. There is a possibility that you can receive the rarer ticket rewards. 5 from the normal memory match, 10 from the Mega, and up to 15 tickets from the Extreme. There's even double ticket tiles if luck is really in your favor. The Ticket Machine. The Ticket Machine is the shop located at the very top of the mountain. You can use it to purchase tickets using honey. Sounds like a good compromise, right? However, don't be fooled by the way it seems. Be aware that using the ticket machine to buy tickets comes at a very hefty price. By every ticket you purchase, the amount the next one costs increases substantially and becomes expensive really quickly. So a pro tip to remember: always and only use the ticket shop when the thing you want to purchase is just in reach of a few tickets. Badges. Badges are a great way to earn tickets fast, especially as an early game player. The goals for each badge are relatively small, so completing them won't take much effort. But as the badges advance, remember to use field boosts as much as possible when grinding them out. This will speed up the process greatly and make getting the reward a lot easier. The Windy Bee. While the Windy Bees have a chance of dropping loads of tickets every time you kill it before it flees, typically it does have a better chance of dropping tickets, so always be on the lookout for Windy Bees. Finally, the best way to get tickets, in my opinion, is by the Wealth Clock. For each hour you activate it, you get extra honey per pollen. Along with this is an added bonus, where each of those hours you activate the Wealth Clock, you get tickets respective to the amount it has powered up. It reaches a cap of 5 Wealth Clock power-ups, so now each hour after that, you get 5 tickets. This is a very good way to passively get tickets as you play, because if you play all day, you can come back to the wealth clock multiple times. However, you must stay in one server because if you leave, disconnect or rejoin, the timer on the wealth clock will reset back to 60 minutes. One way you can actively beat waiting on the wealth clock? As I was saying, you can skip out on waiting on the wealth clock by getting an autoclicker. I've mentioned earlier in the video that I've linked one that I use in the description. Using an autoclicker at the wealth clock is the best way to take full advantage of getting tickets passively and fast. Particularly when you're away from the game, say while you're at school, work, or even asleep. You can easily rack up around 50 tickets in a night, depending on how long you sleep in, of course. It's that simple. I will now give you a demonstration on how to do it. Demonstration. So I just grab my auto clicker, set the clicker interval, set pick location, click on the location that I really need it, which is going to be the wealth clock button. Make sure that option is checked and just turn it on. And then boom, all set for the night. Now all I gotta do is sleep. Good night. Good morning. It's currently 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I kind of slept in a bit late. But hey, look at the tickets we got. Look at that. Just by AFKing at the wealth clock overnight for just about 11 hours, I've gotten 55 tickets from doing absolutely nothing but sleeping. So just to reiterate, you can grab an auto clicker and have it run on the wealth clock button while you're AFK to take the best advantage of this literal infinite fountain of tickets. Given the patience, of course. So the only way you can make the most out of the wealth clock is to simply maximize as much as your playtime as possible and go back to the wealth clock every hour as much as possible. So to recap, always go and kill mobs as much as possible, especially the spider and the werewolf. Always kill your bosses, always do your quests, always play memory matches, always aim for improving your badges, and always activate your wealth clock. Remember to look out for Honeystorms and look out for wild windy bees. And only do these things when it's completely necessary, using magic beans and using the ticket shop. Honorable mentions. The Mythic Meteor Shower. It's a very good way, but they are very rare to come by and only be spawned by players with 3 types of Mythic Bees. The Commando Chick. It's a really good way to earn tickets, while it is still easily be killable. However, the need gets overweighed quickly as the difficulty to kill the Commando increases by its level. Festive Gifts. You can rarely get tickets from them. Cub Buddy. It's very rare. Finally, spawning from a collected flower. There is a 1 in 1,000 chance a ticket can pop out of a flower tile in any given field you collect from, making it the least reliable of them all and should not be given much consideration at all.